Welcome, everyone. This is the Public Services Committee. First item on the agenda is Pledge Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item on the agenda is adopting the agenda.
Romano adopts the agenda.
Do I have support? Support. Motion made by Romano, support by Zinner. Thank you very much. Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is public participation. This is the first opportunity for public participation for those who wish to speak for a maximum of 3 minutes. An item that's on today's agenda. Second opportunity for public participation is for those who wish to speak on any issue. Looking at the entirety of the crowd, we will pass on public participation and move on to item number 5. Item number 5, department recommendations. Brian Santo here. Can I have a motion to recommend to full board?
So moved by Nard.
Support Van Sickle.
Moved by Nard, support by Van Sickle. Brian, welcome.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Once again, so this is a contract with Limb Walkers Tree and Snow LLC. This is an annual program that we have as far as tree removals and stump removal. We, as a service center, staff evaluate our roads as well as the easements and right-of-way that are adjacent to our roads. And this is an annual program that we do the general maintenance and trimming, the minor trimming of trees, but the majority of tree removals and stump removals we contract out. So this did go out to bid this year once again. And with this bid, it's a bid not to exceed $120,000 in seeking approval of this contract with Limb Walkers Tree and Snow.
Commissioner Song.
Thank you, Chair. Brian, you said this is an annual program. How much was it in the past? Would the $120,000 be consistent with other years, or is it just dependent on how many trees need servicing?
Yes, as far as the budget that we budget for, it is $120,000 in the last few years. In the overall total, just depends on the amount of trees that we look at from the start of the season that our service centers indicate that we should do, and then ones that come out through the year that we need to go out and do that might not have been on the list originally, but we did see throughout the year that needed to be removed. So we typically budget for $120,000 annually.
And this is for next year, 2022, right?
Yes. The road department starts our budget cycle October 1st. Okay. But yes, it would be for basically next year's work.
But it won't start till next year, even if the budget is October 1st?
Yes, I don't anticipate any removals to be done throughout the winter.
Okay.
So it would be next season.
What is the current, how much has been spent this year on tree removal? Do you know?
I could get that value for you.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to see that.
Okay.
And then you mentioned, you guys assessing what trees need service. Do you have them remove the entire tree and root, or do they just kind of like what they do, what DTE does, where they cut branches and then they leave a stump?
No, this is for complete tree removal and stump removal. So they would remove the tree and then grind the stump down.
And the stump. Mm-hmm. Okay. This might be kind of off topic, but I know on 12 Mile, where they've been cutting the tree branches, if you're driving down, if you're going west towards Van Dyke, you can literally see like a half of a tree, and then there's a wire. I just wonder if there's anyone who could go out there to look to see if there are any safety concerns, like, because so many of the branches going into the wires have been cut, but then there's still a giant tree, and it looks like literally the tree is like cut in half.
Yeah, I mean, as far as utility work, as far as adjacent to power lines, I mean, that's not something that we do. I mean, that's a utility issue as far as clearing lines, or clearing trees and limbs from their wires. So, we look at trees that are in the impact zone as far as maybe ditch line, ones that have been called in as far as service calls, where there might be limbs that are falling off or due to storm damage or lightning hit. We do address those on a service call request. And we also do indicate from year to year which ones look like they're dead and looks like we should address them as far as removal for the safety of the motoring public.
But the trees are the ones like next to the sidewalk, right? In between the sidewalk and the road. Is that correct?
Yes, within our existing right-of-way. Yes,
Okay.
so from the road edge, basically to wherever the right-of-way, our right-of-way ends.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Chair.
You're welcome, Commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner Van Sickle.
Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Brian.
Good afternoon.
I've had trees cut down and stumps removed, and that's not the end of the process. Is that what the cleaning special acres that I see listed here is about, to actually finish up?
Is it cleaning or clearing?
Oh, it's clearing. I'm reading it's.
Yeah, clearing is, so if there's multiple trees within a location, like on our construction projects, we list individual trees of different sizes, but if there's a grouping of trees, we consider that clearing, so we don't have to pay for 20 trees concentrated in a small area.
Okay.
So there's benefit to labeling it that, and it's paid through that item versus an individual item. So it's less costly that way through a clearing item based on area than an individual per tree removal
Okay.
basis.
I didn't catch that. And thank you. And
You're welcome.
so then along the road, when they take a tree down and grind the stump down, who comes back and cleans up all the chips and puts the topsoil down and plants grass and all that?
The contractor that's doing the removal is responsible for cleanup. A lot of times they will go to the adjacent homeowners and they will see if they want any portions of the wood. And that's between the contractor and the homeowners as far as, distribution of that wood. But otherwise, they have to clean up the debris, take the wood elsewhere.
Okay, so they clean up the debris, and who levels off the dirt and plants the grass?
They would have to make it, obviously, the slope and restore the slope wherever the tree was, the contractor here.
So that's part of the grinding?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank you, Brian. Just out of curiosity, where's Ovolka? That's the city that this is coming from.
Yeah, that's north of 69, kind of if you shoot Wadhams up, north of 69. St. Clair County, yes.
St. Clair County, thank you. Okay. I just had 3 trees cut down at my second house yesterday, so I'm like, hey, I could have got them. All right.
Gotcha.
Any other questions? Thank you very much. Please vote.
Motion passes 13-0.
Thank you very
Commissioner.
much, Brian. Appreciate it.
Take care.
Up next, we have a resolution. This is Resolution 2021-7274. It's in support of a combination of bills, Senate Bill 032 and House Bill 4546, being taken up in various legislative committees. It is being presented by Commissioner Nard. I'd like to have a motion to recommend to full board. Support by Wallace. Support by? I'll support. Aha. Support by Hall. Commissioner Nard, would you like to speak upon this?
I'll speak briefly. I was looking over this bill, and I thought it would be good for the next to the last paragraph, which states that the dispersing and tax collected where the fuel is pumped will allow greater ability for it to partner with other stakeholders, such as municipalities within or adjacent to its borders, or MDOT, through the execution of cost-sharing agreements, because we seem to be having shortage of money to get things done, especially on the south end where I'm at. And I thought this might be some help. It might, bring in some revenue if we keep those tax dollars within Macomb County. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Matuzak?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Anything that amends PA 51, I'm in favor of. Anything that actually gives us a cost per lane mile, not just the middle of the road, is a good thing. And if we fix PA 51 to actually allow some of that money to come to townships directly, I'd even like it more. So I am not clear that this legislation is going to move because it's been introduced every time as long as I can remember. But I'm happy that we go on record in support of fixing PA 51. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Kleinfeld?
Thank you. I am also in favor of it. I don't have a whole lot of hopes on this one. But I also am in favor of any new and additional revenue not flow through Act 51. Specifically for that reason, that they go to the most critical roads in the state, because that's not where the money's going. But I just wanted to mention, I have if GM plans on going all electric within 15 years, and that is their plan, I am very concerned about our structure for how we raise money for roads and what's going to happen. And I think the legislature better start looking at it now rather than waiting till it's too late. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll just add, Commissioner Sabatini snuck in there.
Thank you, Chair. Sorry, I snuck in there. If it's okay with the motion maker, with Commissioner Nard, if I could be added to this, saying that my senator and my state rep were part of this, sponsoring these bills at the state level. So if that's acceptable, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I'm looking at Commissioner Nard. She nodded. How about the other two? Yep, so noted. And while my state representative was also a sponsor, I could care less. No, but as someone that actually chaired the committee to raise the revenues back in 2015, I will agree with Commissioner Kleinfeld and Commissioner Matusek on what you both said. And while this probably won't pass, we do have to stick together. Unfortunately, it's Macomb and Oakland County against the rest of the state is what it, in Wayne County against the rest of the state. So, and if you ever want to, we can talk about offline, all the little details of that. So, any other comments? Please vote.
Motion passes 13-0.
Thank you very much. At this point, we're on to public participation. This is the opportunity for public participation for a maximum of 3 minutes. We're going to ask again. Would you like to know? All right. We're going to move on to number 8, Commissioner's comments. Commissioner Kleinfeld.
I'm going to speak to this tomorrow more significantly than today, but just wanted to clarify for commissioners for the record, I did not say that I have a philosophical opposition to altering the county exec's budget. That is not what I said there. The word adding and altering are two totally different things. Thank you.
Are you saying a reporter got something wrong? Commissioner Wallace.
There's a parade. Don't forget the parade.
And I will be mentioning it again tomorrow, guys. But please make note, J.K. Millworks on Church and Main, 9 a.m. is where we will meet. Okay, you don't need to be there at 7, so hopefully get some more of you out there. And then we're only, Mount Clemens is this big, so we're walking like 2 blocks. That's it. Thanks, guys.
If it's 10 a.m., Commissioner Hall would join you. Any other comments from commissioners? Seeing no other ones, we're going to move on to adjournment. Motion made by Commissioner Romano, is that your name? And supported by Commissioner Zinner. Please vote.
It's like kids, you call them all by the wrong name. You go through every one before you get to the right one.
Motion passes 13-0.
We're adjourned.